everyone, it's Nicole, and today I'm bringing you a TBR video. Today is October 1st, and this month starts a whole bunch of spooky readathons, and I'm participating in 3 of them. Black-Oween-athon, which is hosted by Bree at the Loc'd Booktician. Gothtober, that one was brought to my attention by my friend who is also co-hosting, Olivia at Olivia's Catastrophe. And also Screamathon, which is hosted by Whitney. I am co-hosting my own readathon, which is Audible Escape to the End, and the object of that readathon is just to listen to all the audiobooks. So out of these books that I'm reading for Black-Oween-athon, Gothtober, and Screamathon, I found a couple on Audible Escape to fit some prompts for the Audible Escape to the End readathon. So for Black-Oween-athon and for Screamathon, there's a bingo board for prompts, and I'm not going to be trying to get blackout, I'm just going to be trying to get one line. And some of these books I'm doubling up as well because there are a lot of prompts to go over. So the first prompt for Black-Oween-athon that I'm attempting is going to be a thriller book by a Black author, and for that one I'm reading When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. The next space on the bingo board is to send a tweet about one of these books, so that's kind of like a freebie space. Whatever book I send the tweet about, it just works for that prompt. The next prompt is book that features sirens or mermaids, and for that one I'm reading The Deep by Rivers Solomon. The next one is read a fantasy book by a Black author, and for that one I'm reading Legendborn by Tracy Dion. And there's also a group book for this readathon, and that is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. The next readathon I'm going to be talking about is Gothtober, and there's no bingo board for this one, it's just a list of prompts. Some of these books will be doubling up, and the first prompt is to read a book with a disability representation, and for that one I'm reading Fledgling by Octavia E. Butler, and in that book the main protagonist has amnesia. And the next prompt is read a book written by an author of color or an indigenous author, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading The Deep by Rivers Solomon. The next prompt is to read a book with an undead character, and for that one I'm reading The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. The next prompt is book with bones on the cover or title, and for that one I'm reading Skeleton King by Charity B. The next prompt is read a book that's been on your owned TBR for the longest, and for that I'm reading The Beast of Clan Kincaid by Lily Blackwood. I've been trying to read this book all year. The next prompt is to read a book with red on the cover, and that one I'm reading The Year of the Witchling by Alexis Henderson. And the next prompt is to read a book set at a university setting, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading Legendborn by Tracy Dion. Next is read a book with a narrative led by a heroine, and for that one I'm reading My Soul to Take by Rachel Vincent. Next is to read a book that takes place in a foreign country, and I'm reading Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. Next prompt is to read a book with a morally gray character, and for that one I'm reading Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. The next prompt is to read a book with an LGBTQ plus character, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading Legendborn by Tracy Dion. The next prompt is to read a gothic book, and that can either be an old one or a retelling, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. The next prompt is to read a book with liar, lies, or lying in the title, or the MC is a liar, and for that one I'm reading Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. The next readathon I'm going over is going to be the Screamathon. First prompt, again, is going to just go over, I'm not going to try to get blackout on this bingo board, I'm just going to go over one line. And the first prompt is to read a book with gore. For that one I'm reading The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I've seen the movie a bunch, never read the book, so this is going to be really interesting to see if it scares me like the movie did. Next one is to read a contemporary, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. The next prompt is to read a book featuring the undead, and for that one I'm doubling up and reading The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. The next prompt is to read a standalone within a series, and for that one I'm reading Say Cheese and Die by R.L. Stine. And the last prompt is to read a book with magical elements, and for that one I'm reading Atlantis Rising by Alyssa Day. Whew, So those are all the prompts and all the books I'm going to be reading for these readathons. By my count, I believe that's 16 books. All of these readathons take place the entire month long, so hopefully I will be able to get to all of these books. Links to the announcement videos and the host will be in the description box for all of these readathons, as well as Twitter pages if they do have those. Let me know if you've read any of these books, which one I should start first. Don't forget to like my video if you did, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on all the social media platforms. The links will be in the description box below. We'll see you next time, avid readers.